February 1957. Philadelphia was shivering under a brutal winter chill. A young man setting muskrat traps in a wooded area of Fox Chase made a discovery that would haunt the city for the next 65 years. Beneath the underbrush lay a discarded cardboard box, once used for a baby bassinet from J.C. Penney. Inside was not a toy, but the fragile, lifeless body of a small boy. He was naked, wrapped in a cheap flannel blanket, and his body bore the scars of a short, painful life. His hair had been hacked off recently, with clumps of it still clinging to his skin. There were no witnesses, no clues, and most tragically, no name. The boy was estimated to be between 4 and 6 years old, but his malnourished frame made him look even smaller. The news spread like wildfire. The Philadelphia Police Department, led by detectives who had seen everything, were shaken to their core. They took a post-mortem photograph of the boy, cleaned him up, and dressed him in a suit to make him look alive, for posters that were plastered on every street corner, every grocery store, and every gas station in the tri-state area. Over 400,000 flyers were distributed. Investigators checked orphanages, foster homes, and hospitals across the country. They followed thousands of leads, but the result was always the same: silence. No one claimed him. No one reported a missing child fitting his description. It was as if he had dropped from the sky into that cardboard box. For 60 years, the boy in the box became a dark legend. Generations of detectives from the Vidocq Society, an exclusive club of forensic experts, spent their retirement hours trying to solve the riddle. Multiple theories emerged. One famous lead involved a foster home just miles from the site, but it led to a dead end. Another chilling theory came from a woman known only as M, who claimed her abusive mother had purchased the boy and kept him in their basement for years. While her story was hauntingly detailed, it couldn't be proven at the time. The boy was buried in a potter's field, his headstone reading, "Heavenly Father, bless this unknown boy." In 1998, his body was exhumed for the first time to attempt DNA extraction, but the technology of the 90s wasn't enough to unlock his secrets. Fast forward to the 2020s. Forensic genealogy, the same technology used to catch the Golden State Killer, was applied to the case. Dr. Colleen Fitzpatrick and her team used what little remained of the boy's degraded DNA. They didn't look for his name directly. They looked for his relatives. By uploading his genetic profile to public databases, they found distant cousins. They built a massive family tree, branch by branch, moving closer to the center. Finally, they identified a family from West Philadelphia. They found the identity of the mother and the father. After 65 years of anonymity, the mystery was stripped away. In December 2022, the Philadelphia Police Commissioner stood before a room full of cameras to deliver the words the world had waited decades to hear. His name was Joseph Augustus Zarelli, born on January 13, 1953. For the first time, we saw his birth certificate. We learned he had siblings who are still alive. The discovery was bittersweet. While the mystery of his name was solved, the mystery of his death remains an active homicide investigation. Joseph didn't just die. He was failed by everyone who should have protected him. Today, his grave in Ivy Hill Cemetery is no longer anonymous. It is covered in flowers, toys, and a new headstone that proudly bears his name. Joseph Zarelli is no longer America's unknown child. He is a son of Philadelphia, finally brought home. The journey to find Joseph took over 6 decades, proving that no soul is ever truly forgotten, as long as there are people willing to search for the truth. His case has become a beacon of hope for thousands of other unidentified victims, showing that science and determination can eventually pierce the veil of the past. As we close this chapter, we remember Joseph not as a victim in a box, but as a boy who finally reclaimed his dignity and his name. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into one of history's most moving cold cases. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help us keep these stories alive. Thanks for watching.